Simply Kendrick. Today, we're cooking up an Italian sausage pasta. Hey, before you dive into this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification, and share this video. Let's get it, let's go. All right, guys, let's have some fun today. Let me introduce you to our ingredients. Okay, we got two different types of an Italian sausage that we'll be using. We have some sweet Italian sausage links, and then I'm going with the spicy Italian sausage meatballs that have already been pre-rolled. All right, we got some Parmesan cheese that we'll be grating up at the end. We have a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and half a teaspoon of crushed red peppers. We got some olive oil. We have our parsley, onions. We have some oregano that we'll be using today. We only be using about a teaspoon of it. We have some garlic that we'll be using. We have a red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper. We have some marinara sauce. You can use your own sauce, but we'll be using some jar sauce today. We got our white wine that we'll be using, some fresh basil. We got some crushed petite tomatoes. We have a rigatoni noodles that we'll be using today as our pasta. All right, these are all the ingredients that we're using today. Let's cook up, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and add our olive oil to our pan. And then we're gonna add our meatballs first. And we're only gonna let these cook on each side for roughly about 1.5 to 2 minutes each side. Just constantly rotating. And then we'll move on with our next part of building our delicious pasta. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and remove our meatballs from the pan. Go ahead and get these removed, and then we will add our links. All right, guys, at this time, we're gonna take our boiling water, add salt. We're gonna add our pasta. We're gonna continue to let this cook, and then we'll start on our sausage. All right, guys, with our pasta, we're gonna go ahead and just allow them to cook. And we're gonna let this cook for several minutes on each side, and then we'll continue to build our pasta. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and remove our Italian sausage links. And then we're gonna start sauteing our vegetables, and then continue to build our pasta. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 degrees to continue to allow it to cook thoroughly through the casing, and come back, we're gonna continue to build our pasta. All right, guys, at this time, I'm gonna take my wine, and we're gonna allow our wine to deglaze our pan, and just let it cook, and then, plus we'll be cooking the alcohol out. Now, you don't have to use alcohol, wine, but surely you can use like a broth of water, but today we're using white wine. Allow it to cook and deglaze our pan, and then we'll add our vegetables. All right, guys, our wine has cooked down as well as deglazed our pan. So now we're gonna just kind of saute our vegetables, get them nice and soft. You don't want to overcook your vegetables. We just want to just get a nice softness to it, and we'll continue to build from here. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and add our garlic. I only use about 5 cloves, and I just minced them. Let this cook for about 30 seconds and continue to build our flavor. Man, it's smelling amazing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add our diced tomatoes. We're gonna let this cook, and we're just gonna continue to build on from here. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and add my sauce. And it was only about 15 ounces that I used of the marinara sauce. Gonna let this cook down. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our oregano, crushed red peppers, salt and pepper, Italian seasoning. Let this stir up. Let all those flavors just marry together, and come back and continue building our Italian pasta. All right, guys, at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and add our pasta, Italian sausage. For the links, I went ahead and cut them up. And then we're gonna add our meatballs. And then we're gonna just let this cook for about 15 minutes in the sauce. And come back and add our pasta. All right, guys, at this time, we're 10 minutes into our 15-minute timer. And then I'm just gonna take basil. I'm just gonna break it up with my hand. I don't wanna chop it because I want all of those herbs and that flavor to sit into this Italian sauce. Just let it just sit and allow this to continue to cook to our 15-minute timer, and come back. We're gonna be ready for our delicious pasta. All right, guys, at this time I'm gonna go ahead and add our pasta. We're gonna let our pasta just cook and just cook all together for about a few minutes, and then we'll be ready to plate up, and it'll be time to eat. All right, guys, here's the moment of truth. Now, at the end, you do want to sprinkle your Parmesan cheese on there. So, this is it. It's good. Get a hit of this meatball. Hey, that sweet Italian sausage link along with that spicy meatball, a knockout. Hey, thank you for joining Simply Kendrick. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification, and share this video with many people as you can. Again, always spread love, cook out.